Hi guys, so last week I posted a video called Myths About Sex. I was looking at the comments and it kind of inspired me to make a part 2. Like in the first video, I have a shit memory, so I'm gonna write it all down on my phone. Let's get started. Okay, so the first myth I want to talk about is the notion of losing your virginity, because I think that a lot of people have this impression that losing your virginity is going to be this romantic night and everything's gonna go perfectly and it's gonna be with this person that you spend all this time with. Although yes, that can happen for people and like awesome if that happens for you, but the reality of it is that tends not to happen. And I'm not trying to like bring you down and tell you that the first time you have sex is going to be with this person that breaks your heart. Losing your virginity might not be the most romantic night of your life. And my belief is, as long as you're safe the first time you have sex and it's with someone who treats you right and goes slow with you, there's really nothing shameful, especially about having it with someone that you may not be in love with. And on the note of losing your virginity, I think a lot of people tend to have different impressions on what losing their virginity is, especially in gay culture. Does topping mean that you lose your virginity? Does bottoming mean that you lose your virginity? Do you have to do both? Is it one or the other? Does it not matter? And some people actually believe that having oral sex is just as valid and losing your virginity can happen with oral sex. Using the term losing your virginity, I use it for the sake of translating a message that both you and I will understand, but there is nothing shameful about losing your virginity. I think that when people say losing your virginity, it really means you're losing this pureness about you, this youth. There's nothing shameful about losing your virginity, and like, don't ever let anybody call you a slut or a whore or anything derogatory just because you enjoy pleasure. Just don't listen to those people because they're wrong. Okay, a huge myth about sex is that you start having sex and you are suddenly this pro in the bedroom, and that just doesn't happen. I think I can speak for most people out there who start having sex, and you realize that it takes time to kind of become comfortable with the idea of having sex and the actual action of sex. So you kind of need to be prepared that you're not going to be amazing at it when you first start out, and like, that's normal. Like, there are very few people out there, at least people that I've talked to and that I know, who were like these sexual pros in the bedroom right when they started out. Like, it takes time. So if you're just beginning to have sex, just remember that you don't need to refer to Cosmopolitan's top 10 insane sexual positions. Don't do it. You will hurt yourself badly. So a huge myth, and this relates mainly with gay people, is that once you start having sex, you have to put yourself in the top or the bottom category. I will share a story just because I feel like it might help us relate a little bit. So when I was 16, I had a boyfriend. At the time, I didn't really understand what it meant to be a top or what it meant to be a bottom. I just understood that there were two positions. I remember once we were having a conversation and I asked him, what does he prefer typically? And he said bottom. And we were talking, and I think he was talking about like personality traits about me, and he goes, oh, well, you're a top. In that moment, I completely accepted it. Like, I was a top. Yeah, I'm a top, because he told me that. And I will guarantee you, I would say about 90% of the gay people that I know are completely comfortable doing both top or bottom. I think it's really odd that people tend to label themselves. Hey, if it works for you, it works for you. But just to let you know, majority of people that I know, and I hope I'm speaking for most people and people that they know, that they're totally cool going both ways. Okay, so I think that is enough talking about sex for my channel for maybe about a week or two. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I personally have liked discussing a bit of the myths about sex for those who might be a little more inexperienced, or just those who enjoy talking about the topic. Yeah, if you enjoyed it, make sure to give the video a thumbs up. Leave a comment below if you know of any other sex myths, or you just want to comment on anything that I said in the video. Also, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Make sure to comment, rate, subscribe. Most importantly, smile, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.
I'm a full-time dreamer. My dreams are my reality. A full-time dreamer, and so far it works for me.